You know, I was a regular kid. I had a paper route. I rode around on my bicycle a lot. But music was always central in my life. I just lived and breathed music as much as I could. Playing music came relatively easy to me, you know. I played the guitar. My parents had encouraged me on the piano. I started taking piano lessons when I was 3 years old.
He had a string of bands that he was in starting in 7th grade, which he's only 12 years old. And they were really, really good bands.
I was always putting together bands from guys I knew. I just, you know, find a bass player, find a drummer, and then we go out and play, you know, play at parties and play at dances, and it was fun.
I mean, they could literally mesmerize a gymnasium of 1,000 people. We got married when we were 20. We were still in school. Doug was playing in a band. And he played every Friday and Saturday night. You know, we had a busy life in music, not making much money.
Patty's father was a film producer, and he said, come work for me. And so I did.
My father recognized how talented he was in music, and so he gave Doug an opportunity to write some film scores for the films that he was producing.
Patty's father encouraged me to start my own company, and Patty and I were the only employees, and you know, we kind of did this in our living room. I had one of the very first multi-track tape recorders, so that I could play all the parts, because I didn't have money to hire musicians. I couldn't afford to go into a recording studio or anything like that. I was hooked. I knew this was really something that I wanted to do. I think the name Drag Racer had kind of popped into my mind, and I thought I wanted to write a piece that had that kind of driving energy behind it. I pretty much captured that there's a lot of energy in that guitar part. I played all the instruments. I had this 4-track recorder. I mean, up until that time, if you wanted to play more than one instrument, you had to be in a recording studio. But now along came a consumer recorder where you could record one instrument, then listen to that instrument, play another one along with it.
The big breakthrough was from John Gale at Studio G, who kind of took Doug under his wing. He was one of our first foreign distributors.
He wrote to me and said, the BBC has picked one of your tracks for the theme for snooker. I thought, okay, first of all, I don't know what snooker is. I have no idea. I've never even heard the word before. It seemed like a funny British word. Must be, you know, I had no idea what it was.
Doug made me promise that I wouldn't call it snooker, because a lot of people say, snooker? What is it, snooker? No, snooker.
So I went to London to visit my friend. I took the overnight plane out of JFK. We landed at Heathrow Airport. It's 5:30 in the morning. I'm, you know, tired, bleary-eyed. So I'm going through customs, and the guy says, I see you're a composer. Have you written anything I know? And, you know, I don't know why, but I had remembered snooker, and I said, well, I wrote the music that they're using for snooker. And he looked at me and he said, you mean da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da, and he starts singing this song to me, and I was so astonished. I didn't know what to do, and the next thing I know, he's on the microphone, and he announces to all the other customs guys, you know, we're in this big hangar in Heathrow, and sound is reverberating. Hey, everybody, this is the guy that wrote the music for snooker. Everybody's, yay! I was so astonished. I've never been so surprised in my life. And it finally began to dawn on me that snooker was this really, really popular program that people were watching, and they really loved this piece of music that the BBC had picked. you know, when the royalties came through, I mean, it wasn't a tremendous amount of money, but for me at that time and for Patty and me, it was a significant amount of money, and it really helped us kind of establish ourselves and provide a basis to kind of build our business on. So it really turned out to be a very important thing in my life. That was a great moment for me.